Hi, welcome to Zarnia for Games and Geekery, and we're zooming in on games. I'm John Keevy, and this is
Adil Patel.
supposedly. He might also be an arcane horror wearing the skin of a dill. We don't know yet.
It's unclear.
Hopefully we'll determine this on our adventure today. What are we playing?
We're playing Ancient Terrible Things.
Ancient Terrible Things sounds promising. Alright, what's the theme? What's the gist?
Well, we're floating down a river through the jungle, and we're going to be facing a bunch of encounters. So those could be anything from rats in a hole to a dark signet. So we're going to be taking on all sorts of adventures as we head on down the river.
So it's a bit of Into the Heart of Darkness, a little bit of Indiana Jones, a little bit of Cthulhu, all kinds of things like mushed together, you know?
Absolutely.
All right. So we got the board in front of us. Before we start, do we roll dice? Who goes first?
We do not. The first player is going to be the last person to have faced an arcane horror on a dark river.
An arcane horror on a dark river.
I have not had any of those recently.
I mean, I went to the Breda River and I got sunburnt.
That's a bit of a horror.
I
But is
mean,
it arcane?
Is there any more arcane horror than like the burning ball of like fire in the sky that just like roasts us? I mean, many people have worshipped the sun as like the primal god.
All right, I think you take that one.
Okay, cool. So
you get the map. Yeah.
I get the map, which means I start off first. And so this kind of game is like broken into like a couple of phases within each person's turn, right?
Yeah. So loosely, it's a worker placement game. So we've got these tokens. You're going to go to a specific location. That's going to be your first decision. And at that location, you're going to gain some resources and face an encounter. So where would you like to go?
And each of our tokens are characters. So I'm playing the journalist and you're playing?
I am the prospector. So I start with an extra feat token.
And I start with more courage because journalism is an art that requires courage. All right. So I think my first effort is I'm going to go for an easy one and just go up against the proprietor.
An easy one then.
Whoops. Yes. So
Right,
I head over, the journalist heads over to the crumbling ruins where they find the prospector. Oh, the proprietor?
The proprietor, yeah.
I'm not very good at reading things upside down.
Well, the proprietor requires that you roll at least one pair of 5s or higher.
Okay, so I've taken the resources from there, which includes the map, which I already had.
Yep.
And I can play any feats if I want first, but I think I can manage the proprietor without feats.
Cool, so you roll your 5 green dice. Yeah, you've got this, you got this.
Okay, so that was a terrible, terrible roll. I got nothing there, and I'm gonna use one of my re-rolls to re-roll the entire pool.
And you can re-roll up to 2 times. That looks a lot better.
That's a lot better. I have 2 5s, which is enough to beat the proprietor, and then I'm left over with a double pair of 4s and a 1. What I'm left over with.
So the interesting thing with this game is that after you've assigned dice to the encounter, you're going to be using the rest to get extra resources, and so those resources you can use in future rounds.
Okay. So I am going to take my 2 pair, and that gives me $2 from this encounter. Cool, and that's my end of my facing the proprietor. I take that card, put it in my little...
And that was worth 2 points towards the end of the game. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're going to move down to the trading post.
Head to the trading post.
Where you can buy some swag.
Okay.
So first you can get rid of one of these if you'd like. So at the moment we've got a compass, some gloves, a matchbook. So you're going to get rid of the compass.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the compass, toss that onto rumors.
And that will allow us to reveal the blade.
The blade. I am not going to go for the blade. I'm going to spend all my money on gloves. Because I'm a lady.
Fancy gloves. You're a lady.
All right.
Okay.
Which means, so this card allows me to, so this card comes into play when I face my next encounter. I'll be able to use it to influence the outcome of the dice. All right, and that's my turn. That's your turn.
Okay, I am going to go down here, hopefully also quite an easy one. I'm going to try and take on the dark signet, so I'll get this $1. But the action that I get to take at the Sinister Chateau is that I can swap one of my tokens for one of your tokens. So I'm going to give you this here handy feat token and steal one of your courage tokens. Because, you know, courage is good.
Is it?
Right, so I will roll. I'm trying to get a pair of 4s or higher. That looks pretty good. I might try to re-roll this 1 so that I can get something extra. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to spend my focus token to re-roll this 1, hoping for a 3. Let's see. That's a 3. So a run of 3 is going to get us 3 of these here dandy reroll tokens. And in addition, I am going to take this dark signet.
Feeling real chuffed with yourself right now.
I'm pretty chuffed, yeah. And then I go down to the trading post where I can only afford the matchbook or the blade.
But remember, you can also toss one of them into the rumors pile, refill.
I think I will do that. So I'm going to toss the matchbook and then we can get a new one. Ooh, the gramophone. So the gramophone allows me to use my feat tokens for points. It's probably a bit early for that, so I'm going to take the blade instead. So I'm going to spend 2 and buy this blade. And the blade says that if I choose to re-roll all of my focus die during an encounter, I can avoid re-rolling one of them. So that's pretty cool, because what it allows me to do is it allows me to lock in one of my dice that was a good roll and re-roll the rest.
Very handy.
Cool, so that is me. And once I've turned this over, it's back to you. We go to the riverboat. Because you have the map, you get to start the round.
I get to guide. All right. And I am going to head over to the accursed shrine to face the jar of remains, which just sounds very, very creepy. And I get $1 for that. And the reason I chose the jar of remains is because it is an artifact card, which allows me to use my gloves and lower the minimum dice value for artifact encounters. So everything I need there reduced by 1. So to beat Jar of Remains, I need 4 dice throwing 5 or higher. Now I need 4 dice showing
4 or higher. 4 or higher. That's pretty good.
Which is pretty good odds.
Nice.
And I'm going to increase my odds as well.
Oh, what have you got?
I am going to play a feat card. I'm going to pay 3 feat tokens into the jar, play Tinker Tailor, and I get a luck dice that I can play this round.
Okay, and so you spent your 3 feet to do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
And well, that's a bad roll. That's a really incredibly bad roll.
Okay, but now, interestingly enough, the luck dice don't require focus tokens to reroll. So you could reroll that one for free. And I think you should just re-roll everything.
I should definitely just re-roll everything. Because
so you get to re-roll everything for free.
I also get to take one of those.
Correct.
So I'm going to take a focus token. All right, let's re-roll all of this. 4 dice, coming up 4 or higher. How hard can this be?
That's much better.
All right, that's it.
Happy times.
That's it. All right. But I don't get many other resources with this one. All I get is...
courage.
Courage token. So
well, this is worth 7 points, though. So
it is worth 7 victory points.
That is a very good turn for you. Going down to the trading post, would you like any of these wonderful swag bits?
$1 swag things. I'm thinking, let me throw something away. Right? I'm going to throw away this gramophone.
Okay.
Toss something in there.
The shooter. Ooh. I wouldn't mind a gun right now.
All right.
But neither of us can afford it, so let's see.
Neither of us can afford it, so that's my turn. You may go.
Super. I am going to go up here and take on the champ. So I will take that. I'll also get money because I'm saving up for that gun. And let's try to get a run of 3 dice. So it can be 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 or whatever. So let's get 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5?
Overachieving much. Let's go for this and that. So this is a run of 3 plus 2 dice higher. That's not really that helpful. I'm going to re-roll this 4. Okay. That's better. So I get 2 courage.
2 courage.
Useful. And I will take on the champ.
Take on the champ.
So the champ was worth 3 points.
At this point now, you have 5 victory points and I have 9. So, you know, despite what it looks like, I'm actually in the lead.
You are in the lead.
Yeah.
Now, the reason we're taking these courage tokens is because at this point, if we hadn't beaten the encounter, we could have bought off the encounter with courage. So we could overcome it with courage and not have to roll. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to get rid of this. And let's see what comes up. There's a utility belt. That's not of interest to me. Back to you.
I want to have a look at this utility belt. At the end of your turn, fill your hand with 4 feat cards instead of 3. Oh, that was the end of my turn and I forgot to refill my feat card.
You know what? That is true.
All right. Okay, my turn. I still have the boat and I am going to go here to the Yawning Chasm.
So at the Yawning Chasm, you can, at the start, when you arrive there, you can take on one of the other encounters, but using your courage token. So instead of just facing this one, you could actually spend 5 courage tokens if you had that to take on this one.
To take on like 2 at once?
Well, you take on the other one first, and then you can take on the one in your...
Wow, that sounds ambitious.
Facing. It is ambitious. You need a lot of courage to do that.
Yeah. All right. So I need 2 pairs to roll this one.
And an apple.
An apple?
2 pairs and an apple. Or was it a partridge in a pear tree?
Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Cut all of this. Cut all this material. All of this material. Cut. Okay, so I got...
You have 2 pairs,
I got 2 pairs. Yeah.
And?
And a 5. So
it's an apple.
It's not an apple. How is this the joke that we landed on? All right. Ugh. Okay, 1 courage token for me. All right. Head back to the
Plus,
camp.
Of course, the card.
Plus the card, yeah.
Which is worth 5 points.
Oh, yeah. Which means I'm now 14 victory points. Way ahead of you.
You are smashing.
And I got $1. I can't spend anything. I know you want this shooter though, so I'm going to throw it away.
Oh, no, man. That's nasty.
Yeah. And what's this? This is a victory point 1. Victory points for leftover courage. I'm not going to buy anything. None of this appeals to me.
Super.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one place for me to go. That's going to be here. I can discard one of my feat cards, which I will. So I'm going to discard this one and draw a new one. Oh, that is nice. Cool. And I get this token. I can now...
You're just going to buy it?
No, I only have 4. So I am going to play Inspired Leader, which says that each player gains 2 feat tokens. So, sir, you may have 2 feat tokens.
Oh, that worked for me as well?
And I will have 2 feat tokens.
And that was a free feat?
A free feat. Would you believe it?
That's pretty good.
All right, so I'm going to try and roll 4 dice of 4 or higher. All right, that's not quite what we need.
Not great. The pair of 6s is nice.
It is nice. So I would have to spend 3 focus to roll the others. Okay, well, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to roll... Yeah, I'm going to spend 3 focus tokens, and these allow me to re-roll these 3 dice.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and get bigger numbers. Those will do it.
Those will do it.
Okay, so we needed 4 dice with 4 higher. So this last one is going to give me 1 courage token. which
okay.
hopefully I get to use in the next round. And I go down here. We'll refresh this transport, and we'll get a new swag, which is a gas lamp. I will not buy the trunk, or will I? No, I'm not going to buy the trunk. And back to the riverboat. Now, because we've completed all the encounters, we now move to the encounter deck to get new cards coming out.
Okay.
And you can see that we've moved on to the next level of difficulty in the encounter deck. The yellow cards. And soon we are going to get to the red cards, which is going to allow us to face even stronger challenges.
Greater terrors.
Greater terrors.
Wait, is this going to be the last round of the game?
We're playing a very short version of the game.
We're playing the shortened version.
Yeah,
okay.
so we're about to finish that up, and it's your turn. Once I put out some of these tokens.
I am going to go face the yawning chasm. Woomph. And I'm going to face the yawning chasm, get my focus from that, and I am going to spend courage to take on this one.
Seems reasonable.
Seems reasonable.
2 courage.
2 courage. Gone, so it gives me a little bit of extra victory, and I take these.
No, you don't get those.
What?
You never went to the crumbling ruin.
But but I faced the... So I just get the victory... I just basically bought some victory points.
Yeah.
Those go in the hole. Okay, and in doing so, prevented a dill from getting them.
You did.
All right. Which means that now...
You get to face the Forgotten Ordnance.
The Forgotten Ordnance.
And that's quite a tough one. You're going for 4 dice, 4 of a kind, 2 or higher.
4 of a kind, 2s or higher.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
This is ambitious.
That is ambitious.
I've got a lot of focus dice and I'm ready.
Go for it. Okay, you've got a pair of 4s.
Pair of 4s.
Yeah.
And I am going to play... Meditation, which costs me 2 feat points, and I can set 1 dice to any value that I choose. So I'm going to set this dice to a 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 2 focus tokens to re-roll these. I need to get 1 4 out of this.
You're not going to get it, though.
But I still have another focus token to re-roll.
That's not a 4.
It's
a 3 and a 5.
But I still have 2 more focus tokens.
And 1 roll. Just your last roll. It comes down to this.
Come on. I just need a 4. Come on, ancient terrible things.
Well, it's interesting that you're calling to the ancient terrible things, because now you get a terrible thing token.
All right, what does that do?
So that's just going to be negative victory points at the end of the game. Luckily, the first one was a 0, so that actually doesn't hurt you.
Oh, okay.
However, this encounter is lost, goes into the...
It's just a mystery into the darkness of like the rumors of the river.
Exactly.
Yes, because that's actually what the discard pile is called, the rumors.
Yep.
Okay. But I do get to use these to get resources. So 3 of a kind, I get 3 feats.
Correct.
All right.
And the 1 and the 2 don't really help you.
They do nothing for me.
So you go down to the trading post.
And I got $1.
You can discard 1.
I'm going to discard... I'm going to discard the trunk. A $4 for tincture. No, that's going to be my turn, and I am going to refill my feet.
Now I need to do some big movements if I'm going to try and catch up to you, because you're on 14 points to my 10.
I'm in fact on 16 points.
Well.
Yeah, because I just stole that one.
Okay, well, no guts, no glory. We're going to go big.
No guts, some glory.
I'm taking on the deranged cult at the accursed shrine. It does seem quite reasonable. However, it's going to be quite a tough one, so I need to have exactly a 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's not possible. That's astronomically unlikely.
Let's go. Wish me luck.
No.
All right.
That is remarkably close to what you needed.
Well, I'm sorry, John. So, interestingly enough, I need to turn this 1 into a 3.
Yeah.
Right? I have a card which is called the Giant Leap, which says that I can set any one die to a 3. What do you think of that, John? Feels like a good feat to me. So, deranged cult is mine.
Can I flip this table? Is this weighted down?
I'll get on to the trading post and
No, man.
discard the gas lamp. Turn that over. Over to you, John.
Whew. This is unpleasant. Unpleasant. All right. Okay. How far ahead are you ahead, or are you caught up with me?
I'm now on 19 points.
19 points. All points. If I don't ambitiously try to go for a higher one, I'm not going to have a chance to defeat you. So I'm gonna go all in and face the Baroness in the rusted gun sloop. I'm gonna take that, a feat token, and I'm going to take a coin. A little bit worried about this.
All right, so what does the Baroness need?
The Baroness needs a run of 4, starting at 3. So pretty much what you had, but 1 easier. Okay. It's a really good roll for not this.
Yeah, if you were facing this one,
Yeah.
it would have been a great roll.
It would have been a great one. Okay. I guess I could keep these ones and re-roll these 3. Oh, I don't have any.
You don't have any focus.
I don't have any focus to re-roll.
So you're going to have to re-roll everything.
That was a dumb move on my part. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to re-roll all of them. Okay, and move my dice counter once.
Oh.
Also the same level of quality. Here. All right. Okay. What can I do? Do I have tokens to make this work? I'm going to play this feat card, Jungle Fever. I can remove 1 dice and then re-roll any other number of the basic dice. So I can re-roll these 2 instead of having to re-roll the whole pool.
Okay. And
This
pay 1 feat for that?
This seems statistically not actually that useful, but I don't understand maths. Never tell me the odds.
It's not looking good for you, John.
That's my turn, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, that's my turn. And I failed to face down the Baroness. I get another token of madness, and you have another opportunity to surpass me.
I do. You go first to the trading post.
Wow. Wowzer McWowzer. Okay, what does the utility belt get me? Heck, I'll buy no, I'm gonna throw away the hard cash. And I'm gonna throw down what's in the squag. Dynamite. I can't afford any dynamite. I'm just gonna take this utility belt. And I can refill my hand now to 4. Maybe this will work. We don't have much opportunity left. It's coming to the end of things. I have 18. You have 19. I have -1. You have -none. So we are so close.
Super close.
If you mess up now and I'm victorious, I will win.
It's a big if.
It's not that big.
Okay, so I think that the Waking Dead is worth more points, and it's also going to be a little easier for you to get than the digger's claim. So I'm going to leave the digger's claim for you to get. I'm going to try and go in here, and to make sure that I can get it, I'm going to buy it.
You're just going to buy it?
With courage.
You're just going to buy it?
I'm going to be a brave soul.
How is this a good victory? How is this honorable?
I am spending my courage. It's a show of courage. I'm going to take on the waking dead. And they're going to go into my little pile here. But I'm also going to steal a token from you. So I will...
Don't do that.
It's actually not even that helpful to me. So I'm going to give you... You know what? I'm going to give you a feat token for that courage of yours.
Rude.
Then I'm going to go down here.
Rude.
I'll get rid of the dynamite. Let's see what we have. It's a hook and rope, which I cannot afford, so it's your turn.
All right, well,
last turn of the game.
Last one of the game. Give me that dollar.
You can swap out a card.
I am going to throw away this feat card and take a new feat card. Interesting. Okay. I don't have the courage to do this, so I guess we're going to roll. What is it?
3 of a kind, 5s or better.
I think you mean 4s or better.
I forgot that you had the gloves.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so that makes it a little bit easier for you.
Yes.
But still quite a difficult one.
Okay. Let's do this first roll.
Well, you've got a massive run from 2 to 6.
That's very impressive. I wish that I'd had that earlier. Wow. Cool. All right.
Any feats?
Okay. Not yet. I'm going to re-roll and then I'm going to play with feats.
All right.
Let's re-roll. Okay. Pair of 6s.
Getting closer.
Nice. Okay, now let's play around. Right, I'm going to play Master Stroke. Set any dice to 6.
Oh, that does it.
Yeah, that does it. Dun, dun, dun. There is my feet. Boom. 6.
Well, might have been better to turn the 2 into a 6. Because then you've got a pair of 3s.
Wow, am I playing so badly that now you have to like play for me in order to beat me?
Not at all.
Is that...
And now you get
in order to like have a respectful victory, you know, like regain some honor in your moment of joy. You're like, it's playing against myself. Give me my treasure dollars.
Well, it's pretty close now.
All right, this is mine.
That is indeed yours.
Okay.
You got very close to getting...
Boom. And
achievement.
do any of these give me victory points? Serum.
Well, you can
Resources
discard
card
one.
and spend any resources token to discard a terrible thing from your stash. Can I do that as soon as I buy it?
Sure.
Cool. Then I'm going to buy it and throw my money in the counter. Bloop, bloop, and I'm going to spend 3 feats to get rid of this terrible thing.
Seems reasonable.
I think it's reasonable.
All right.
All right. And that's the end of the game.
It is. And now we have an unspeakable event.
What's unspeakable like?
It's the end of the game. So, what?
All right, cut the feed. Cut the feed. It's unspeakable. We can't put this on film. I'm done.
Are you?
Right, let's go.
So professional.
All right, so it's victory time. Victory
Yeah.
points.
Victory
Boom,
points.
Boom, boom. All right. 21 victory points. How many victory points do you have?
25.
We have a winner!
Okay, so I got victory points from all the things that I faced. I managed to get rid of a terrible thing, which would have been a -1.
Correct.
Yeah. As you fail and as failures increase, the penalty for your terrible thing increases as well. So though I faced 2, the first one was a freebie and the second one only cost me 1, and I scolded it with an artifact.
And you also have 1 point for still having the map.
Oh, I've still got the map. Oh yeah, that's a point. Huh. Nice.
And none of our swag gave us any points.
No.
So you ended up with 22 points.
22 points, yes. 5, 5, 7, 2, 2, 1.
And my points all came from encounters, and I ended up with 25.
Man.
GG.
You also, yeah, you rolled really, like, implausibly.
I did. And had exactly the card that I needed at the time that I needed it.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic.
Good game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this was the super short version of the game, right?
Okay,
so
yeah.
we in a longer version, we would be able to get some of these achievements. So in this game, we really didn't have a chance to get that because we didn't have enough of the encounters.
Enough of encounters. Yeah, I would have liked to have like one more round of encounters.
Well done, John.
What do you mean? Is that sarcasm? Is that sarcasm? This has been Bored to be Wild from Zarnia Games and Geekery, focusing on the games. I am John Keevy, and this is
Adil Patel, Board Game Guru 77.
Board Game Guru. Just like this is why you're winning.
I'm channeling the elements.
All right, please like and subscribe, or else there are going to be some ancient terrible things coming after you.